Hey everyone, and welcome to my end of summer book haul. We're now in September, which means we've passed summer, so what I thought I'd do today is go through all of the books that I have acquired over the summer months. So let's just get right into it because this stack has already collapsed once and I don't really want it to collapse again. First up we have Kindling. This is by Tracy Chee and it is described as a gut-wrenching introspective fantasy about 7 lost soldiers searching for the peace they once fought for and the future in which they're finally daring to believe, and I am so excited about this one. I heard amazing things about it when it came out. It was one of my most anticipated releases as well of the month. It came out last year if I remember rightly, and now I'm so excited to finally own it, so very excited to finally read it. Next up was my Waypoint Books Full Moon subscription box books, and the first one was Ashes in the Sun by Django Wexler, and I know basically nothing about this further than the fact that it is scarily chunky and it's by Django Wexler, who is someone I really want to read more from after reading his Dark Lord Darby series earlier this year. I think this one is more of his serious fantasy books if I remember rightly, but I'm still really excited about it because I loved his writing style and I really want to read more from his work, so very excited about this one. Next up was City of All Seasons by Oliver K. Langmead, and this one is about two cities. One is in perpetual summer and the other one is forever in winter, and that is all I really know about it, but I know I'm absolutely loving the cover on this one and the synopsis definitely intrigued me, so very excited to get to this one as well. I'm excited to get to all of them, that's why they've been hauled in, but you get my meaning. Next up was Somadina. This one is by Akwaeke Emezi and the tagline just says, "The spirit world granted these powers for a reason," and that is all I really needed to know. I know I love books about people with superpowers, and I also know I really like Akwaeke Emezi's writing, so definitely going to be getting to this one sooner rather than later. Then also I have No Gods, No Monsters by Cadwell Turnbull, and I'm just going to read you the synopsis for this one because it says, "One October morning, Lena gets the news that her brother has been shot and killed by Boston cops. But what looks like a case of police brutality soon reveals something much stranger. Monsters are real and they want everyone to know about it. As creatures from myth and legend come out of the shadows, their emergence sets off a chain of seemingly unrelated events. Members of a local werewolf pack are threatened into silence. A professor follows a missing friend to a mysterious secret society. And a young boy with unique abilities seeks refuge in a pro-monster organisation with secrets of its own. Meanwhile, more people start disappearing. Suicides and hate crimes increase and protests erupt globally, both for and against the monsters. Why now? What's frightened the monsters out of the dark? The world will soon find out." And that just immediately got me. I am so excited to read this one. I'm thinking this is going to be an October read and I'm really excited to get to it because it just sounds incredible. Then the final book she got me before I go into the 2 comics she also got was The Dark Becomes Her by Judy L. Lim, and this one, if I remember rightly, is based in Chinatown and our main character is trying to save her sister from demonic possession, and that is all I really needed to know. I love this kind of idea. I've been desperate to read this one ever since it came out, so very excited to finally have it. And also, can we just appreciate the cover? It is stunning. And then the final 2 things that Hannah got me as part of my Waypoint Books Full Moon subscription boxes were The Deviant by James Tynion Volume 2, and this is obviously the second one in the series, and this is following a guy who dresses up as Santa and then kills people at Christmas, which is very exciting. Really enjoyed the first one and I've been desperate to read the sequel, so I finally have it and I'll be reading this in December. And then she also got me another James Tynion, which was The Nice House by the Sea, and this one it says, "No one who was invited to the house knew Max, but she knew each and every one of them. Masters of their fields, titans of industry, the best and the brightest of humanity. When Max whispered to each of them that they could be saved from disaster and thrive in a paradise built just for them, they all leaped at the chance. After all, being the future of humanity could be nice, couldn't it?" And I know I trust James Tynion entirely. I have loved every single thing I've ever read from him, so I am so excited to dive into this one. I think this may be an October read as well, but either way, very excited for this. It sounds incredible. I then also bought myself 2 new releases. The first one is Role Model by Elle McNichol, and this is following a young autistic girl whose mother has just been voted the Prime Minister of England, and what happens when everyone starts looking to her as a role model for autism and everything else that entails. And I have have already read this one. I flew through it in a day and really enjoyed myself with this. It's classic Elle McNichol. It was wonderful to read. It's so heartwarming in places and just so relatable for me as an autistic person as well, and I loved it. The other one I got was R.F. Kuang's Catabasis, and this one it says, "To hell with love," and Alice Law, you naughty girl, you're trying to go to hell. And that's all I really needed to know. I know I love R.F. Kuang's work. I love books that go to hell as well, so very excited to read this one. And also, I mean, the front cover is stunning, and then also the end papers look like this, and I am quite frankly obsessed. They look incredible. And then the final thing to mention is all within the same series, and that is the Encrypted series by Shauna Maguire. This series follows the Price family, who are essentially cryptozoologists, and it's following them and their adventures throughout the generations and all the different members of the family and all of this kind of thing. And I have been looking for it for years now and have never been able to find it. I could get the first 3 on Kindle or in second-hand shops, and that was it, and the rest of the series I could not find. So in the end, this month I went, screw it, I'm going to have a proper look around online and see if I can find any of them. And then I found 8 of them on World of Books, and then the other 4 I've also got to mention on an indie bookstore called Portal Bookshop. And so I nabbed all of them so I could finally read this series. I've admittedly read the first one last year because I got it on Kindle because I couldn't wait any longer, and I knew I absolutely loved it, but I've been putting off reading anything else while I was waiting to get the rest of the books, and I've now finally got nearly all of them. I've got 2 left to find, but I've now got, like, I think 11 of them, if I remember rightly. Either way, I've got a whole load of them, and I'm going to show them to you now. They are not going to be in any particular order because the stack absolutely collapsed on me. But anyway, I did manage to find Midnight Blue Light Special, half of Ragnarok, Chaos Choreography, a very battered second-hand copy of Pocket Apocalypse, Magic by Numbers, Magic for Nothing, Calculated Risks, Backpacking Through Bedlam, That Ain't Witchcraft, Splunking Through Hell, which is a title I absolutely adore, and Aftermarket Afterlife, alongside as well actually the first book in the series, which is called, I'm gonna have to look it up, I did have it, it's upstairs, my mum's reading it at the moment, Discount Armageddon. That's the one I've also got as well. I've also got that one, but I've got all of those ones in the series. I'm missing books 11 and 13 I think it is now, but I've got all of the rest of them, which means I can finally make a start on this series at last and actually feel confident in the knowledge that I've got a whole load of them to read and I don't have to wait ages for the next one. It was quite frankly my find of the summer. I was meant to be on a book buying ban. I was also meant to be trying to save money because I'm going to Comic-Con at the end of the year as well. And then I saw all of those ones. They were all very cheap. They were only £4 or £5 each, and I was like, I've got to have these ones. I've been looking for them for years. So finally have them. Finally I can really dive into this series, and I am so excited you have no idea. And that is the end of my summer book haul. I would be holding this massive stack up, but quite frankly, it is too big and it has collapsed on me 3 times already. So I'm not even going to attempt it again and damage these books any further, especially the second-hand ones. So I'm just going to leave it here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me if there's a book you have been desperate to find but can't find anywhere. I would love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a book stack emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I will also leave a link as well down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!